Texas isn't just cowboys and barbecue. It's home to some of the most dangerous animals in the entire United States, creatures that can kill you in under a minute, and one that quietly kills more people every single year than sharks, snakes, and alligators combined. Today we're counting down the 10 deadliest animals in the Lone Star State, and I promise you, the one at #1 is not what you think it is. Let's get into it. Before we start the countdown, if you're into wild, dangerous, and downright terrifying animal facts, hit that subscribe button right now. This channel is about to become your go-to for exactly this kind of content, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Alright, let's rank them, starting with #10. Number 10. Kissing Bug. Coming in at number 10, we've got an insect you've probably never heard of, the kissing bug. It gets its nickname because it likes to bite people around the mouth while they sleep. Sounds harmless, even kind of funny, until you learn what it can leave behind. Kissing bugs can transmit Chagas disease, a parasitic infection that can silently damage your heart for years before symptoms even show up. Left untreated, it can be fatal. Texas has multiple native species of this bug, and cases have been confirmed across the state. They love hiding in outdoor dog kennels, chicken coops, and cracks under porches, which is exactly where people least expect to find them. It's small, it's sneaky, and it strikes while you're completely defenseless, which is exactly why it earns a spot on this list. The scariest part is that most people never even feel the bite happen, so they have no idea they've been exposed until symptoms show up months or even years later. Number 9. Brown Recluse Spider. Number 9 is one of only 2 spiders in Texas you actually need to worry about, the brown recluse. You'll recognize it by the violin-shaped marking on its back, and, if you're really unlucky, by its bite. Brown recluse venom is cytotoxic, meaning it destroys the tissue around the bite site. In bad cases, that means ulcers, deep wounds that take months to heal, and in rare situations, dangerous systemic reactions. The other spider people worry about in Texas is the black widow, but where the widow's venom attacks the nervous system, the recluse's bite is the one that leaves lasting physical damage on the skin itself. What makes this spider especially dangerous is where it likes to live: cardboard boxes, closets, garages, shoes left on the floor. It's shy, it's nocturnal, and it usually only bites when it's trapped against your skin, which happens more often than you'd think. Doctors will tell you the biggest danger isn't the initial bite at all. It's people ignoring it for days while the tissue damage quietly spreads underneath the skin. Number 8. Feral Hogs. At number 8, we're moving from tiny to terrifying. Feral hogs. Texas has an estimated population of over 1 million wild hogs, more than any other state in the country, and they are not the cute pink pigs you're picturing. These animals can weigh up to 400 pounds, they've got razor-sharp tusks, and when they're cornered, or protecting piglets, they will absolutely charge. Attacks on humans are rare but brutal when they happen, often resulting in deep gashes from those tusks. They're also incredibly fast for their size, and surprisingly aggressive at night, which is exactly when most encounters happen out on rural roads and hunting land. On top of direct attacks, hogs cause a growing number of vehicle collisions every year, since a 300-pound animal darting across a dark highway gives drivers almost no time to react. Wildlife officials in Texas have spent millions trying to control the population, but feral hogs reproduce so quickly that culling efforts barely keep pace with their growth. Number 7. Bull Shark. Number 7 takes us into the water, the bull shark. Along the Texas Gulf Coast, bull sharks are considered the most dangerous shark species you're likely to encounter, more so than great whites in these waters. Why? Because bull sharks can tolerate both salt and fresh water, meaning they'll swim into shallow bays, river mouths, and even areas right where people are swimming and fishing. Unlike most sharks that stick to deep, open water, bull sharks are territorial and don't like to be crowded, which makes accidental encounters in murky, waist-deep water far more likely. They're aggressive, unpredictable, and known for being involved in more attacks on humans worldwide than almost any other shark. If you're wading in murky Gulf water anywhere near Texas beaches, there's a real chance a bull shark has already noticed you before you noticed it. Most bites happen in low-visibility water, where the shark simply can't tell the difference between a splashing hand and a struggling fish, which is part of why so many incidents happen close to shore rather than out in open water. Number 6. Cougar/mountain lion. Number 6 is a predator that's already stalking you before you even know it's there. The cougar, also called the mountain lion. Found in the brushlands and mountains of West and South Texas, cougars are ambush hunters. They rely on stealth, not speed, which means by the time you see one, it's already made its decision about you. Texas doesn't track an exact statewide population, but wildlife officials confirm breeding populations across the western half of the state, and sightings have crept further east in recent years as habitat shrinks. Attacks on humans are rare, but they do happen, usually targeting the vulnerable, like small children or lone hikers at dusk. And here's the thing. Cougars are strong enough to take down deer twice their size. A human is well within their capability. Wildlife experts say the real danger isn't an aggressive cougar. It's a curious or starving one, since a healthy cougar with enough natural prey will almost always avoid a person entirely. We're halfway through the list, but trust me, this is where it gets serious. Everything from here on out has actually killed people in Texas, and the next few entries are going to shock you. Stick around, because number 1 is genuinely not what most people expect. Let's keep going. Number 5. American alligator. Number 5. The American alligator. These prehistoric predators can grow up to 20 feet long and weigh close to 2,000 pounds, and they're found in rivers, lakes, and swamps all across East and Southeast Texas. Alligators are ambush predators. They wait, motionless, often completely submerged, until prey wanders close enough. When they strike, their bite force is one of the strongest in the animal kingdom, and once those jaws lock on, it's nearly impossible to break free. They're especially unpredictable during spring mating season, when males become territorial and far more likely to approach anything that enters their space, human or not. Most attacks happen to swimmers, waders, and people who get too close to the water's edge without realizing an alligator is already watching them. And once an alligator bites down, it uses what's called a death roll, and spinning its entire body to tear flesh away, which is the same technique it uses to break apart much larger prey. Number 4. Western diamondback rattlesnake. Number 4 is the snake responsible for more venomous bites in the American Southwest than any other species, the western diamondback rattlesnake. You'll find these across almost the entire state of Texas, and they're not shy about defending themselves when startled. Their venom is hemotoxic, meaning it attacks blood cells and tissue, causing severe swelling, internal bleeding, and, without fast treatment, it can be fatal. Out of the roughly 7,000 to 8,000 venomous snake bites reported across the U.S. every year, a significant share happen right here in Texas, which is exactly why towns like Sweetwater host huge annual rattlesnake roundups just to manage the population. What makes this snake particularly dangerous is how common it is. It's not some rare desert encounter. It's living in backyards, hiking trails, and ranchland all over Texas. Even a young rattlesnake, which some people assume is less dangerous, can deliver a full dose of venom in a single strike, so there's no such thing as a safe encounter, regardless of the snake's size. Number 3. Fire ants. Number 3 might surprise you, because it's not one animal, it's millions of them. Fire ants aren't even native to Texas. They're an invasive species that arrived from South America decades ago and spread explosively across the southern U.S. because they had no natural predators here. Today they're everywhere in Texas, and while a single sting is just painful, that's rarely how it happens. Disturb a mound, and you can end up with dozens or even hundreds of stings in seconds. Each sting injects venom that causes a burning sensation and a blistering welt, and for people with allergies, a mass stinging event can trigger anaphylactic shock. Fire ants are responsible for more medical incidents in Texas every year than almost any other creature on this list, especially among children, pets, and the elderly who can't get away fast enough. They've also caused millions of dollars in damage to crops, electrical equipment, and livestock across the state, which is why Texas spends serious money every year just trying to manage their spread. Number 2. Africanized honeybees. Number 2. Africanized honeybees, better known as killer bees. These aren't your average backyard bees. Africanized bees are far more aggressive. They defend their hive over a much larger area, and when they attack in swarms, sometimes chasing a person for hundreds of yards. It's not necessarily that a single sting is more dangerous than a regular bee sting. It's the sheer number of stings a swarm can deliver in a short amount of time, which can overwhelm even someone without an allergy. Africanized bee colonies were first confirmed in Texas back in 1990, and in just a few decades they've spread across the vast majority of the state, largely replacing gentler European honeybee populations in the wild. Multiple fatal attacks have been recorded in Texas, including cases where victims were stung hundreds of times trying to outrun a swarm. Experts always give the same advice if a swarm goes after you. Don't swat, don't stop. Run in a straight line to the nearest shelter, because swinging your arms only makes the bees more aggressive. Number 1. White-tailed deer. And the deadliest animal in Texas is the white-tailed deer. I know, no fangs, no venom, no claws. But here's the number that changes everything. Deer-vehicle collisions happen thousands of times every single year in Texas, and they lead to more human fatalities annually than every other animal on this list combined. Texas has the largest white-tailed deer population of any state in the country, and collisions spike hard every November, when mating season has bucks moving constantly and paying zero attention to traffic. Deer are most active at dawn and dusk. They move unpredictably, and they have zero concept of a 70-mile-an-hour truck heading straight at them. It's not dramatic, it's not something you'd expect from a Deadliest Animals video, but the statistics don't lie. The most dangerous animal in Texas isn't hiding in a swamp or coiled in the grass. It's standing on the side of the highway, waiting to step out at exactly the wrong moment. And the scariest part is that most drivers involved in these collisions never see it coming until headlights catch a pair of eyes in the dark, and by then it's already too late to fully react. So there you have it, the 10 deadliest animals in Texas, from sneaky kissing bugs all the way up to the animal that quietly outkills them all. If this list surprised you as much as it surprised me putting it together, do me a favor, hit subscribe, drop a comment with which animal freaked you out the most, and I'll see you in the next one.